Now, I do have a goal regarding the bench press, and that's to get back to a 300-pound bench press. I'm a good ways from that, but it's been a goal of mine for a while. It just keeps falling off the radar for some reason, but now I think I'm back on track. I've got 5 or 6 really good bench press sessions in. I'm making good progress, so I'm feeling good about it. All right, so I am going to rename chest day to bench press day, at least temporarily, just to get the mindset in my head that I want to focus on bench presses. I want to improve my bench presses. And it turns out doing bench presses actually helps improve bench presses. So with that in mind, let's get into today's workout. I'll talk about that a little bit more. All right, so finishing up some warm-ups here. I'm starting out today's workout with bench presses. I've done this the last 5 or 6 sessions, and it's starting to pay some dividends. I'm seeing some progression here. The last 4 bench press sessions, I've successfully gotten my 3 sets of 5 reps. And I'll talk about that 3 sets of 5 reps more in a minute. But I'm making progress. So feeling better about this. And my real sticking point with doing bench presses is having a spotter. And Howard wasn't with me today, so I didn't have a spotter. But I was able to get this squat rack here, this power rack, with the safety arms, safety pins, and set it up such that if there was some sort of mishap, I'd be okay. So this is the first working set of 220 pounds. That's my working weight today is 220 pounds. And again, I'm doing 3 sets of 5 reps. It's a simple progressive overload approach wherein when I can successfully do 3 sets of 5 reps at a given weight, I move up 5 pounds. Now there's a lot of different progressive overload approaches, 5 by 5, 3 by 5s, 3 by 3s, a lot of things like that. But I'm using a simple 3 sets of 5 reps. And it's the same thing I use on my other strength compound movements like my front squat and deadlift, for example. So here's set 2. Now set 1 there was pretty good. I would give that an RPE of 8 probably. RPE meaning rate of perceived effort on a scale of like 0 to 10 or 1 to 10. 1 being like warm-ups. 10 meaning you couldn't have done an extra rep if you had to. Completely spent. So I think I had a couple of reps left in me on that first set and maybe 2 more on that second set there. But it was a little harder, so I'll give the second set an RPE of 8.5. So they moved well though. I felt good. And I was fairly certain on this third set I was going to be able to get 5 reps here. And it was just a matter of how good it felt. And to be honest with you, I kind of rushed it a bit today. I didn't wait enough between sets. I'm trying to do 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know why I get in such a hurry. But I think it would have helped, at least, particularly on this third set. I did get these 5 reps, but that 5th rep was a little bit of a challenge, and I would have had a hard time getting another rep out of that. So I'll give that an RPE of 9.5, maybe 10. But it was good. It was good 3 sets. The weight moved well, and I'm going to move up to 225 pounds on my next bench press session, which is what I'm doing here on this one final 4th set. I like to use the weight at which I will be moving up to if I was able to successfully move up in weight. I like to set that weight and do a set of like 3 reps just to get acclimated to it and feel it. And that felt pretty good. And another cool thing about this is I get to my next working set on the bench press is going to be 2 45-pound plates, and it's just a cool milestone. It's a nice mental thing in your head to have the 2 45-pound plates. I don't know if you're like that, but I am. Anytime you can progress to a major plate increment, it's good. Now I'm going to follow that up with 3 sets of Smith machine inclines. Now I very rarely do these. Most of the time I opt for either incline dumbbell presses or an incline machine chest press type thing, which I find very effective too. But I wanted to change it up a bit and try this today. And this felt really good. The range of motion here was a little odd in that I couldn't get much lower than that right there. But that's okay. I could feel the contraction and the activation of the pec muscles, and in particular on the upper half of the pec, which is what I was trying to focus on here. And there was some pretty good tricep engagement there too, so this was probably a good choice. I'm just wondering, in what retrospect here, after looking at this footage, if maybe I shouldn't have lowered the incline of that bench a hair, make it a little less steep. I don't know. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Maybe I'll feel some soreness, and I should be able to attribute it to these Smith machine inclines. I don't know. But I'm glad I did this, because this felt good. I felt like I got a good workout with these 3 sets here. And it was 3 sets. I think I did 8 reps on the first set, and that was kind of to failure. Then 7 reps on the second set, which was to failure, and then 5 reps on the third set, which was definitely to failure. And yeah, here we go. I got ahead of myself. This is the 3rd working set here. But that's another thing about these Smith machines, is they're pretty safe in that you can pretty easily, if you miss a rep, hang the bar on one of those hooks there. It's not quite as dangerous as a regular bench, incline bench type thing, unless you have a spotter, of course. But anyway, that was 3 good sets. I'm happy with that. So far, today's bench press workout has gone pretty well. And I'm going to finish up the actual chest portion of today's workout with some cable flies. Now here, I did these all at the same height there. I've got the cables there right about lat level, mid-lat level. Maybe a little lower would be good too. But I like to focus on the mid to upper pec here. But I think where I had it actually was a good place, because I felt a good pec activation from the bottom to the top, but a little more on the top, again, which is where I'm trying to focus on in my chest development. I mean, since I was young, the bottom part of my chest grew faster than the top. I guess it's just the way physiologically I'm built and the way my muscles tie in. But anyway, 3 sets of these in the 12-ish rep range, and they felt pretty good. I like to give it a good lean there and not put one foot in front of the other. That way you'll get a little more core activation as well, which is good. Now I'm going to get into some tricep work. And I'm going to start today's tricep work with 3 sets of these overhead dumbbell tricep extensions. I believe this was my 3rd set here. And this last set, I think I got 10 reps, but I was trying to do these in the 12-ish rep range and to failure on all of those sets. So 3 sets of dumbbell overhead tricep extensions. I felt that was a good tricep pump right there. And here's one of my all-time favorite tricep movements, cable kickbacks. And here, you don't need a lot of weight for this to be effective, particularly if you've pre-exhausted the triceps in any way. So I'm doing 3 sets of these, isolation on each arm, in the 12-ish rep range also. These are killers, man. I love these things. I find these way easier to control than dumbbell kickbacks. And the trick is just to keep that elbow perfectly still and just move the hand backwards using the elbow as the fulcrum, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word or not. But anyway, keep that upper arm still and just focus on contracting that tricep. Now I'm going to finish up with 3 sets of straight bar tricep push downs. And I like the straight bar because it just seems to work well. I like that better than the ropes, although I like ropes, but this works well for me. So 3 sets of straight bar tricep push downs in the 12-ish rep range. And that's going to finish up today's bench press workout and tricep workout. It was a good one. And I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to hang out with me at the gym. As always, thank you very, very much. All right, there you have it. Today's bench press workout with some pretty nice tricep work as well. Now, I do have a goal regarding the bench press, and that's to get back to a 300-pound bench press. I'm a good ways from that, but it's been a goal of mine for a while. It just keeps falling off the radar for some reason, but now I think I'm back on track. I've got 5 or 6 really good bench press sessions in. I'm making good progress, so I'm feeling good about it. It's not going to happen this year, maybe sometime next year, but I'd like to be able to do that when I'm 65. That'd be a cool thing to do. But before I forget, I want to reiterate that I do appreciate you guys and gals stopping by for a visit. I really do appreciate it. And again, as always, if you do me the additional favor of hitting that like button, sharing this with your friends, hitting that notification bell, and if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. Love to have you here. This is a cool group of people, and you are cordially invited, so hit that subscribe button before you sign off. And I guess with that, I'll say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.